Alegde, you weren't ready for that, were you? No! Guys, hello everybody, by the way. Little bit fun and exciting. I think we would all agree. Oh, I've got a guest here that just can't wait. She's just shivering with anticipation. I don't know why I did that. But everybody, I've got my little sister here. Oh, can we have a little bit of a round? Come on, everybody. Would you like to... Wait first. No, don't speak. Don't speak yet. I need to explain why I'm here. So everybody know I don't live with such cretins as this. Stop drinking that juice, you're gonna wee. You've drank like half of it. Wait, let me have a little sip. Ooh, very tasty. I got us a little bit of orange juice before we started. Right, I am home because I'm dying. I've put the camera out far enough so that you can't see my physical impalements. But I was dying. So what do you remember last what's this called? Podcast. Last episode. I was saying that I was sick. And do you know what? I wasn't just sick, I was dying. And it turns out I was big fat dead. So I was sick, and then I got really sick. So then I was like, I just need to go home. I got a corona test because I was like, I've got big fat roans. No, it's like, have you cut your forehead? No, you've got a bit of fluff on your forehead. Sorry, everybody. You look like Harry Potter. No, never mind. Ooh, get that with my face. Get that off my face. And you're a wizard. And then I was really sick. Like, I really was dying sickness. And I got a Rona test because I was like, no, this isn't happening. And then it came back negative, but I was so sick. I started to get, like, ulcers on my face. Yeah, grim. Literally grim. So I was like, right, I feel like Kef. I look like dog. I feel like a rabbit. I don't know what I was saying then. I feel awful, I look awful, I'm not going out anywhere, so I rang my mum, I was like, why am I here? I'm in a room in London, paying loads of rent, like, well, I'm still paying the rent anyway, that's irrelevant, but like, I would have been paying to just like go to the shops and everything, like anything that I do in London costs money, and I was like, I just don't want this, I'm exhausted, I feel like shit, sorry for swearing, Martha, I feel like shit, and I was just like, no, so then my mum was like, well, you've just tested negative. What's it? Tested negative for corona, so you may as well just come home. So a big fat came home, and this little cherub right here was so excited to see me. Right, introduce yourself, what's your name and where'd you come from?
Hi, my name is Martha.
You're so far away from the microphone there. I've literally said sit up. Right, we're starting this. Sit up and speak loud. I'm not having you on this to just suddenly, hi, my name is Martha. When 2 minutes ago you were giving it big licks, shouting, screaming. Sit up, come close to the microphone and speak. Okay. No, not that close. Right, here. Say. What's your name and where'd you come from?
Hi, I'm Martha.
Why are you speaking so quiet? Speak up now. Her name is Martha. Where are you from?
The womb.
Oh my God. Where are you from? In fact, don't give the exact location. We're from Lancashire. We're from a little county called Lancashire, and her name is Martha, and she's my younger sister. How old are you, Martha?
13.
13! Thank you! Speak loudly. Thank you. And how did we meet?
I came out the womb.
Did you? I think I came out the same womb, you know. I've heard a rumour. I came out the same womb. That's just what I've heard, though. I'm not too sure. Right, so, do you remember meeting me? Why are you shaking your head?
No,
oh my God! Right, guys, what do you think this is? Do sign language. Yeah, put your thumbs down. That'll work. Jesus Christ! What do you think? Say.
No.
What? Just speak. Do you remember meeting me? Guys, this is going to be effort. I had my other sister
No, I
on.
do not.
She could at least speak. Apparently, I've got mute Martha over here.
No, I do not.
You don't remember meeting me. I remember meeting
no.
you. Do you know where you were born? So.
In a hospital.
Yeah, but when you were born, so obviously mother, in fact, everybody on here knows that we call mother mummy. How grim is that?
Mummy.
How grim is that though? It's not nice, is it? It's a
I
little
love
bit...
my mummy.
Oh, don't. It's a little bit disgusting. But, so she was pregnant, and this was when we lived on a farm. And I woke up, and I used to sleep in Ellie's bed because I used to get scared. And I woke up, and I looked down the hallway, and Grandad with her, topless. And I was like, what's going on? And he like scurried towards me. I was thinking, oh, what's going on? Like, oh, get that with my face. I don't know what was happening. And then he was like, your mum's gone into labour. Come on, we need to go. Like, she didn't want to wake you up, but she's gone into labour. It was like 7 a.m. So I had school. So I got into my school uniform. And then I went in the car with him to hospital. It was Blackburn Hospital, I think. Yeah, I think it was. And then...
But we weren't giving away where we lived.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, we don't live in Blackburn. Do we? Nah, that's right.
YOLO.
YOLO. Put your seatbelts on. I told them to buckle up. But yeah, so go there. And absolute yellow-faced potato. That's what you were. Screaming, crying. And you did your first ever poo on my school pants. And I had to go...
On your school?
On my school. On my school.
On your school.
You went all the way to my school and you did a big poo. And no, yeah, so you did your first ever poo on my school pants and I had like stains, but it was like newborn baby poo, so it wasn't like real poo. It was just like...
Soggy.
Yeah, it was just like stuff coming out you really. It were a bit grimmers, but yeah. So then the miracle
I love you,
that was a
Jesus.
bit exciting, and it's fun. Yeah, so then you just came into the world, little sister right here, and then my life has just been absolute down the drain ever since then. Do you know, since you came into my life, it's just not been
Gone
good.
downhill.
It's just gone downhill. Don't look at my notes. You're not allowed to look at my notes, okay? I'm just supposed to ask you things and then we go through it. So, I've got a few notes here, guys. By the way, I don't know why she's being so quiet. Usually she's giving it natter, natter, natter. What's that? Have you seen that Peppa Pig thing? Natter, natter, natter. You never stop talking. And then Peppa Pig goes, fuck off! Have you not seen it on
I don't
TikTok?
think Pepper swore.
Yeah, I know it's fake, but yeah.
Yeah, it's
right.
over Roblox videos.
Is it?
It's
Right.
amazing.
Right. What is
Amazing.
your earliest memory in life? Do you have one? Well, Jesus Christ.
Of like me and you.
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
like
or just like in general. It can be like, but yeah, but me and you then. Go on, me and you if you've got something.
When you caught me singing on the trampoline.
Oh
with Grandma
yeah,
and Grandma.
yeah.
Yeah.
To be fair, that wasn't that early. You were quite.
That's all I can.
Remember? Yeah, you were quite young. Old.
Or was
then.
I younger in Turkey? Because I remember Turkey.
What happened in Turkey?
I don't know, we went to Turkey.
Is that it?
Do you know the ship hotel? And it looked
Stand
like
closer
a ship.
to the mic. Jesus Christ. If you're going to speak that quiet, come close to the microphone. I'm sorry, guys. This whole episode is going to be
The
me shouting at
hotel
my little
looked like
sister.
a ship.
Yeah.
And I was in a red spotty dress.
Yeah, you were. No, it was a mariachi dress. Is that what it's called? Salsa dress.
No.
Mariachi's a bullfighter. it was a salsa dress.
No, that was in Tenerife.
Oh yeah, you're right.
But
what,
no,
when
it
the
was-
bloody hell have we been to Turkey?
But we went with Grandma and Uncle David and...
That was Spain.
No, it wasn't.
Yes,
it
it
was
was.
Turkey.
Why were you in a spotted dress?
But, no,
The
because
shit
I was
place
wearing
was
it.
me ass.
No, and we've got a picture of us there. I literally showed it you before.
Why are you covering your mouth? If you cover your
I
mouth,
showed it-
they can't hear you on the microphone. I'm gonna kill this girl. She's there giving it.
I showed it you before.
What?
It's like the picture of me and you. And
I
I
have
said
no
you
idea.
can put that on your story.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right.
We
And
went
it
to
had water
Turkey.
slides. We
Yeah,
went to Big
and it
Fat
was like a
Turk.
massive snake.
Yes.
And,
it
you
had the
rubbed
one
your
that
bum
go
on
up.
it.
And then
That was the snake.
was that Turkey then? I didn't
Yes,
know
it
Grandma
was.
came to Turkey with us. Oh,
She
that's
did.
fun. That's your
Grandad
earliest
didn't.
memory. One of my earliest memories of you is I used to put you on my back and pretend that it was like a roller coaster. Do you remember? You were like proper young and I'd like put you on my back. Or I'd sit you on my knee and you could get this like filter on like old Mac. Do you know the computer that we still got upstairs? The Mac. What's it? Is it called a Mac? Mac is like a Mac
Apple.
computer. Apple computer. And you could put like I used to put on YouTube like a video of someone on a roller coaster and I'd like bang you up and down and you'd be like, oh! Because you were a proper big fat yellow potato. You really were. When I first met you, I was like, she's got jaundice, which is like a liver disease or something that makes your skin go yellow. You were full on yellow. You had like no hair for
Have you
ages.
done your research on diseases?
No, but I've done my research on you, trust me, love. And you were a little bit cutie though. You were a bit annoying, but you were quite cutie. I liked you. When I first met you, I was like, I remember holding you and I was like, aww. And now you're well too big to hold. A little bit big. She's 13 now, guys. That's a bit of an adventure, that. Little bit. Yeah, that's how I feel about you being
a little
13.
bit saucy.
The fact that she's 13 knocks me sick. Do you realise that? Do you realise how old that makes me
You're
feel?
21.
I know, but that's grim, that.
Okay.
That's absolutely grim. It really knocks me...
Disgusting.
It's disgusting, it really is.
Should make
Right,
that a button.
so I want to talk about what my life was like before you came into it. So, by the way, guys, I don't really know what this podcast episode is. I've not named it in my head yet. I think I'm just going to talk about random things, and we'll just see what happens.
And I'll just be sat here.
Yeah, does that sound about right? I think so. Okay then, so my life before you. So it was just me, because my parents divorced. Don't know if you know about that. No, if you never heard about that, no.
Didn't know.
My parents divorced when I was like 4 or 5. So it was pretty much just me and my older sister and my mum that lived together. And then I would like see my dad on like weekends and stuff. And it was sound. It were absolutely bish bash bosh amazing. And then you came along and ruined it all. I was the youngest, like basically in the family. Wait, no, I wasn't, because Neve's younger than me. But I was basically like really young, and I just loved it. Yeah, is Harry older than you? Yeah, he is, isn't he? Oh, but in our family,
16.
is he? Oh my
He was
god,
16 on the 8th.
a little bit old, everybody. Jesus Christ, I'm absolutely ancient. Fuming. I don't like that whatsoever. But yeah, it's like you just came along. But before you, it was like great. Martha, I'm not gonna lie, we're absolutely brilliant. I could do whatever I want. I was the baby of the house. I got the saying this, that, and everything. And then you came along, and I just remember it changing. I was literally having a conversation with Mother yesterday, actually, because she was saying that you're awful, and I was like, yeah, I agree. And no, she wasn't really. I was saying like how when you came along is when like, I started making my own like breakfast and stuff, because before that I would go down to the kitchen and just get post-it notes, and I would put a post-it note on the box of cereal that I wanted. So if I wanted like Rice Krispies, I used to be super fancy and a little bit spicy, and I'd mix like Rice Krispies with Weetabix, and I'd put on like I'd put it on the Rice Krispies box, and I'd put like that with Weetabix, like / warm milk or something. Then you came along, Max, make this, Max, do that, Max, do this. Little yellow baby potato head over here needs to be nursed and fed. I was like, get lost. Fuming. It was like, why does she deserve all this? She's not contributing anything. Look at you now. You're still not contributing anything, including to this podcast. Do you know what? If you don't start speaking in a second, I swear to God, you're out. Are you listening? Speak! Jesus Christ, Martha! Right. Now I'm going to force you to speak. Let me ask you a question. Why? Right. Oh wait, no, this is still on me. Sorry guys, I'm following my thorough notes. Yeah.
Naughty word.
Yeah. Wait, what naughty word did I say?
No, I said the naughty word.
Self-centered?
No, I said self-centered naughty word.
Oh,
As in
so you're
I'd
saying...
say a naughty word.
Oh, I don't know who you think you
I'm
are.
not allowed.
No, you're not. Right. So then I want to say how life has changed after you. So after you, to be fair, it's got a lot better, because like we kind of have like your dad in the house and everything, got like a full family thing going on, and it's like a little bit more. And we got dogs. We got dogs after
We
you,
do.
and I like dogs
Tortoises.
a little bit. No, we had tortoises before you, love. Don't you go thinking that. Them tortoises are older
died
than
on
you.
The weekend.
No, they didn't die. Fingers crossed, they didn't. Guys,
I
we used to have.
We haven't seen it for 3 weeks.
Yeah, but
And its home is a puddle.
Oh,
So
no.
it probably drowned.
Oh, he's big fat dead him, isn't he?
Yeah,
Which
who
one was
is
it?
Zippy.
Zippy. Oh wait, no, that's not. George is still standing.
After
George is the
Josie
old.
nibbled on him.
Oh my god, yeah,
He
right.
has
So,
been eaten.
so we got George. George
This
was.
is our tortoises, by the way.
Yeah, George. So I got George actually as a
3.
present for me, and it was just the one tortoise, and it was just for me. I think for my birthday, unless I've imagined that as a narcissist that I am. But to my recollection, there was one tortoise given, and he was called George. I called him George, and then we got 2 more, like a few years later, and we called them Zippy and Bungle, because apparently there used to be a kids' TV show called Rainbow, and the characters were George, Zippy, and Bungle. I don't have a clue. That's like before even I was born. I don't have a clue, but that's what they're called. And then, absolute living it fine, living it large, our tortoises. Full back garden to themselves, living it up, having the best time at the old house, doing whatever they wanted. And then one day they go into hibernation, little bit snoozy. And then one of them just decided, I'm gonna die. He was like, right, it's hibernation time. I'm going to die. So we were like, is this tortoise dead? What happened? Were you there?
He dug himself a little hole.
No, he didn't. He died in in the garage. Because when we used to bring them in for hibernation, because we wouldn't let them stay outside because they just sleep for like 3 months, and one just didn't wake up. And then we were like, "Is it dead? Is it dead?" And then we got Grandma to come in. Were you there? And she literally went. She walked in and she went, "Yeah." She went because we couldn't tell whether he was dead, and we went. And she walked in and she went, "I can sense the death in the room." And we're like, "Oh well, he's dead then." Well. After that, Dorothy, I think he's dead. I heard a rumour, he's big fat dead. So then we were down to 2, and then...
We buried him. I remember us burying him.
Did we? I don't remember that. I think I were at uni.
Do you know how we had that like metal
I were at uni at this
wood
point.
burner?
We set him on fire?
We just buried him where it were.
Oh my
And then
God.
Daddy got it on camera of the fox like digging it up and eating it. Like,
Seriously?
leave him.
I did
Whether
not...
that was just a dream or not.
I've never heard that story, Martha. I'm not gonna
Well-
lie. I think it's one of your sadistic dreams. But and then second one. So we're down to 2 tortoises. Then so it gets to like winter time. So we're ready. Bring them in for hibernation. Cannot find one anywhere. We couldn't find it literally anywhere, could we?
When's this?
This were at Jack's Key.
But
Old
that
house.
one's already dead.
What?
We just killed one off.
What? No.
Bungle just died.
Yeah, I know, but we're down to 2 now.
Yeah, and one of them died now.
Martha, don't be playing with my heartstrings like this. I'm telling this story, okay? This is about 2 years ago now. So Bungle's dead. Bungle's dead. Now we've got Zippy and George. We couldn't find one of them.
I know what you're on about.
Yeah,
Right, carry
we
on.
couldn't find one of them. And we brought him in. No, we brought them in for hibernation. We could not find one anywhere. Full winter passes. Full winter. We're into spring now. We're teetering on the edge of summer. We decide to get our garden done. So they were digging it up. And what did they find? A big bloody tortoise. and he was alive. He just dug himself under the ground for about 5 months. And he were fine. He were like, hello, good morning. And we were like, whoa, what is going on here? But he were fine. So, yeah. So now we're down to 2. And then I've come back. As I just mentioned, I've only recently got here. And then my mum goes to me, oh, by the way, look out for a tortoise because we've not been able to find one for 3 weeks. So I go to the back garden. It's been...
No, you didn't mention George has been nibbled on.
Oh, yeah. George.
About
so
5 years ago.
Oh, yeah, you tell this stuff. What happened? So George, by the way, is the first one that I got. Nearest and dearest to my heart. What
so
happened
he's the
to him?
oldest.
I wasn't here, so you probably know more
We
than
went
me.
in the garden and there was a dog and a tortoise. The tortoise had bite marks on it. And Josie got hungry, which is
Yes,
our
we
dog.
also have 2 dogs, Josie and Jerry, both cockapoos, husband and wife. They've had multiple children together.
11
And how
little
cutesy is this? The children have gone to people like all around the town that we live in. Like my dad has one,
It's a
uncle
bit
has
too
one,
small.
granddad has one, the person across the road from us where we used to live had one.
Mummy's
Who else had one?
friend had
Friends had
one.
one. Everyone has one. It's like we go to the park and they bump into the kids. It's well cute. It's like that film Dogs. Is it called Dogs? Snow Dogs, where the dogs can speak and they're all a family. Anyway, keep telling the story. What happened with the tortoise? So didn't you walk in and Josie had it in its mouth?
Yeah, and then there was loads of nibble marks around its shell, and it still got them.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah,
That.
it still got them.
But it was fine. Like it's still alive. But then we were like, oh my god. Like I think
Just
my
became
mum,
a chew
my
toy.
mum saw Josie nibbling on something, and she was like, what is that? Like what? Where has she got this artifact from that she's nibbling on? And then she got closer, and she was like, that's George. And it was George, and we were fuming. And also, side note, George is a girl. We found out as well. Yeah, George is
What?
a girl. Yeah, because we was hoping that they would mate, and it turns out Bungle was the only boy, and Bungle
he
died
died.
first. So now Zippy and
We could have had
George.
baby tortoises.
I know that's what
Wait,
we
do
were hoping
tortoises
for.
get pregnant?
They
Or do
they lay eggs. I think that they do this. Isn't that the
No,
same
that's
thing?
turtles.
No, tortoises lay eggs as well. I think because the bellies aren't getting big, are they? They live in a bone.
Yeah.
They live in a bone shell.
You know it's part of the body. Like if you look, their spine is
Yeah,
like up.
so that's what was so upsetting because I always thought it was like the invincible, like
crawled in and out.
yeah, and it was like their invincible, like protective thing, which it kind of is, but it's also they have nerves in it. So when Josie was like chewing on him, he would have felt that. Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing? My female George got nibbled. That's not acceptable. I'm sorry. Go on, what do you want to press? You horrible person. Do you know what? That's awful. I'll move this closer. You can press some buttons if you want to. Do you understand how it works? Showing her the soundboard here, guys. But yeah, Martha, sit up. You actually sit like a cretin. I need to give you... What the lessons called? Elocution lessons. You need them. You sat here in your waps, your wet-ass PJs, your wet-ass pyjamas, looking like a wham, a wet-ass mess, sat like a wass, a wet-ass slob. Grow up. You need to... Wait, what does the word enunciate start with? You need to wet-ass enunciate your words. Yeah, don't look at me like that. But yeah, poor George. I don't know how we got talking about George, but he felt that nibble. When Josie was struggling up his spine, he felt that. Well, she felt that. George is a non-binary for us. That's what we love. Right. So I'm going to give some... That. Yeah, they felt that. We love that. We love that. Right. So I want to give some description on how I think you have changed throughout the years. And you can comment on it if you want to. So when you were born, you were very lovely. You cried a lot. Bish, bash, bosh. Every baby pretty much does that. Then you got a bit older. And I remember thinking that you were just so cute. And you were like so adorable. She had like 3 teeth. She were a bit weird. And like she just laughed at everything. And what did you used to call me? Mac. Because why though?
Mac.
What was
because I couldn't pronounce the X.
Oh yeah, because she couldn't pronounce the X. So she used to say Mac. And it was just, I just thought you were really nice and lovely. And then... You've got older and you just absolutely 1,000,000% awful. No, I'm joking. You got older and I thought like, right, okay. Like she started to develop more of a personality. Started to become a bit of a spoilt brat as well, but won't get into that because I'm just jealous about the fact that she has everything that I wanted as a child, but I didn't get it.
I forgot that you don't.
You
didn't have.
Let me think. Everything that you want, every clothes that you want. Everything we've got in that garage, I noticed in that garage, we've got a bloody air track. When was the last time that we used? Because I can guarantee it was when I last lived here, about 3 months ago.
I did gymnastics for a month and then I quit.
Did you really?
I have an air track.
Oh, you're an idiot. See, this is what I mean, guys. She can just pick and choose, I'll do this, blah, blah, blah. She's had the best, she's grown up so different. Right now, guys, I just want to let you all know, we're in a bar. We're sat in a bar right now. This is not normal. Our house has a bar in it.
We're not.
A ginormous bar room. This is not normal life. This is disgusting! And she just grows up and it's like, yeah, easy sound, absolute normal, but get that out of my face. But then you started to develop like more of a personality. And I think that your humour a lot comes from me. Like I feel like we have a very similar sense of humour. You can deny it all you want. But yeah, and then like I find it weird, especially now that you're in, so now she's in high school, and guys, it's weird to me. It is weird to me, I'm not gonna lie. Like, will you stop just pausing?
I keep doing the Debbie Ryan.
I don't care, I don't give one about Debbie Ryan. We're on a podcast, nobody can even see you. Jesus Christ, right guys, I'm sorry, I reckon I'm gonna kick her off after this break. She's doing my head in. Absolute doing my head in. Do you know what you are?
Get that out my face.
Get that out my face. But yeah, no, but all in all, guys, I do actually quite like you. I'll admit it, I do quite like you. I feel like you've grown up and, you know, bish bash bosh, developed a bit more of a sense of humour. Not that she's showing that right now, because she's just mute, apparently. But yeah, bish bash bosh, I think that you're alright, sis.
I see how it is.
I think you're alright, I'm not going to lie to you, So, how do you think that we are different or the same? I want to ask you, what do you think is the same about us?
I don't know. We have the same mum.
Yeah, correct. Anything else? Are you joking?
We have dogs.
Are you? What are you going to say? We're sat next to each other. Jesus Christ!
Oh, we both have TikTok and we both like it.
That's shut up! What does that have to do with anything more? Are you telling me you've known me for your entire life and you can't think of one thing as to why we are the same, similar?
We both like Glee.
Yeah. Okay, I'll give you that.
Gleeks.
We do. We like a bit of Glee. That's fair enough. But I got you into that. Must admit, I got you into that. Yeah. What else are we? Can you not think of?
You ruined Gossip Girl for me.
I didn't ruin Gossip Girl
You told
for
me
you.
who Gossip Girl were.
When?
At the end of it,
When
I
you
had, like,
finished
an
watching
episode
it.
left.
I never told it you once.
And you were like,
Right, here's the real
It's
truth,
that
and we're not
person.
going to say who it is, by the way, in case people are watching it.
hashtag spoiler alert.
But she watched all of Gossip Girl, literally the whole thing. She's an idiot, guys. Like I at least was smart at her age. I've always been so intelligent, as you can probably tell.
Sure.
She's actually dumb. Like there's some things that you do, and I'm like, you are actually thick. I'm not joking. She watched all of Gossip Girl for like how many seasons is it? It's like 7 seasons. She watched it all, like back to back, like dedicated her life to it on Netflix, and then got to the very last episode where you find out who Gossip Girl is, and she started watching it, and she didn't think it was a real episode, because if you know what Gossip Girl is, they do like interviews or something of like the people like 5 years from now or something. She didn't think it was a real episode, so she just didn't watch it. And she was content in the fact that she had watched 7 seasons of a program and it had no conclusion. And you were just fine with that.
I weren't bothered.
But you weren't bothered at all. That's weird.
And then you walked into the kitchen and you were like, it's this person.
No, I didn't. I said like, what did you think when you found out who Gossip Girl was? She was like, it doesn't tell you. I was like, it big fat does, actually. And you're just an idiot. Jesus Christ, Martha. I'm sorry. This is really just turning into me shouting at you, and rightfully so, because you're actually a bit of an Augustus Gloop, big fat stinking nincompoop.
You
I
look like
enjoyed
an oversized Oompa Loompa.
Thank you. Right. What did we do? Oh, I've wrote some random stories that I want to tell here. All right. So one thing. So one time. So when I like first found out that you could post videos on Instagram, I'm such a good Big Brother BTW. I once spent a whole day turning a shoebox into a house, like a playhouse for her.
Monsters.
Yeah, for your Moshi Monsters. Oh, Moshi Monsters, they were the thing, weren't they? I had loads of them. They were legend.
You didn't.
Yeah, I did. I had more than you.
No, you did not.
Martha-
You had those little clear things with the
They were called
pulley-out
Moshi
box.
Monsters. Wait, oh yeah, you're right.
They were.
I had Go-Go's.
Yeah.
What are Moshi Monsters then?
Moshi Monsters
Oh,
are
I
the
used to have
little
Moshi Monsters. I used to have Wait, they didn't have toys though.
Yes, they did.
I used to have Moshi Monsters on the computer. It were a computer
Yeah,
game.
and then I had it.
Oh, right.
My username was Josie Poo I Love You.
Was it?
Sorry to flex on you. But
Was it really?
That was my username. Yeah.
And then, so I spent all day like making this box, like this, what do you call it? Play box.
Yeah.
And then, shoebox. Yeah, out of a shoebox. And she was loving it, living it up. And luckily I caught this on film. She started to prance around and she accidentally stood on it. And then her instant reaction, I literally still have the video is on my Instagram now. I'm going to post it on my podcast Instagram because this is the perfect description of how much of a demon child she is. She stood on it herself, and then the first things that came out of her mouth were, "It was your fault." And I was like, what? I'm sorry, I just spent the whole day making this absolute shoebox of dreams for you. What you on about? And then, she blamed it on me, and then I got shouted at, but luckily I had video evidence. So, get that out my face. Because you are just a rotter. That's what you are. An absolute rotter. And then another story that I've got is when you were singing Jar of Hearts on the trampoline. And she used to be
That was my
obsessed.
favourite song.
Yeah, well, she used to, do we all know Jar of Hearts? Go on, sing a bit.
No.
Go on. Who do you think you are? And around leaving skies.
Yeah, but then you told me it was farts.
Yeah, I know, and you thought it was like a really bad word, and you started crying. No, you didn't. No, yeah, I told you it was Jar of Farts, and like you. This was when you were like 3 or 4, and you thought that was like a full-on swear word. So I was like, Martha swore, and then you started crying in the car. I remember we were outside Subway.
I was an angel.
And
I used to be obsessed with Jar of Hearts and Lady Gaga, Poker Face.
did you put Poker Face?
Yeah.
Since when did you used to be obsessed with Poker Face?
Ask Mummy. I remember sat in the car at the gas station,
Really?
singing Lady Gaga.
Oh wait, I think you're right actually, yeah.
I
But
am
yeah,
right.
so we were
I remember.
we were there Wait, what was I saying? Jar of Hearts. You were on the trampoline at Grandma's house, and she
And it didn't
must.
have any of the netting, so it was
Yeah,
just like
no.
the poles.
Yeah, so she had like pole. It was like a mini one-person trampoline, and she was like grabbing the poles and pretending that they were a microphone, and she was playing Jar of Hearts like out of her iPad or something.
No, I was just singing it. I knew all
No,
the
it wasn't. It
words.
was playing. It was playing. Oh wait, yeah, you're right. I think you were just singing
I
it.
knew all the words.
And then I filmed it, and me, Grandma, and Grandad were absolute howling at you because she was lip syncing a
But I
little.
couldn't see you because of the reflection.
Yeah, so she got a little bit caught up, but that was a cutie little throwback. Right, next thing that I've got on my
I
thing.
cried because
Yeah,
of
you
that.
did. You started crying because you're a little bitch. Let's be real. How? Right. What? Right. So.
It's a violation.
So we said that we would rate our immediate family members. So should we give them ratings out of 10?
Yeah.
So first one, your dad.
7 out of 10.
7 out of 10. I feel like that's
Solid
all right. Yeah.
7
I
out
feel
of
like he's a because he has his, his redeeming qualities, very like funny at times, but then we both find him very annoying at times, don't we? Sometimes he's a bit of a, but then sometimes he's a bit of a. So we've just got to kind of. I've not really been using the soundboard. Should we do a bit of a? Right, and next up, who can we do next? What's this? Oh yeah, I've not done him once. Ooh, I miss him. Ooh, love him. Right, next one, Sister Ellie. That's our older sister, man. Oh, by the way, family tree. I've not even explained. Martha is my half sister. She's not my full sister. So my parents got divorced, and then my mum met her father, had a baby, and then that's my little sister here. So we're only half sisters. So we don't look. Oh, I just burped right into the microphone. Sorry, everybody. So we don't look that similar. We do look quite similar,
My
but
art
not.
teacher tells me we look the same.
Yeah, because
I'm not gonna say her name.
Martha's
for
art
personal
teacher.
reasons.
Yeah, Martha, you're being so quiet. So we had the same art teacher. My art teacher is now her art teacher because she goes to the same
Weird.
school that
My
I did.
photography teacher, though.
Yeah, your photography teacher. I bet she loves me, doesn't she?
No.
I was the best pupil, and I'm always going to go down as the best pupil. I'm not going to lie. Mother, what would you rate her out of 10?
Solid 2.
A 2?
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. I'd
Love
give her
you,
10
Mama
out of
Jo.
10. Absolute love Mama Jo. That's what we tried to get Mama Jo on the podcast, everybody. She's not having it, is she? She's big fat. She
She's a bit
said
self-centered.
absolute. She said no. And I've been arguing with her, to be honest with you. I was like, you're just selfish. I was like, why won't you just do this for me? I even just said to her then, she was on the toilet, bless her. I said like,
Out her like that.
yeah, I was like, if I just run upstairs and ask you 3 questions, please will you just answer them? And she's like, no, Max, I don't like it. I don't like being on the It's like, Jesus Christ, have a day off, Joe. But she doesn't. She won't have it. Right, who else have we got? That's pretty much it. You can rate Becky and David.
Wait, I didn't rate Ellie.
Oh, yeah, you didn't.
10 out of
10 out of 10. Nah, I'd give Ellie a solid.
3.
I'd give Ellie what did we give Michael? 7. I'd give Ellie a 7.5. No, I'm joking. I'd give Ellie a 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. What about... so
Becky.
Martha also has 2 other
Half siblings.
siblings. They might not want to be mentioned, though. Becky, I think Becky might listen. We can rate Becky. We'll rate Becky because we like
10
Becky.
out of 10.
Oh, love a bit of Bex. Love a
10
bit of
out
Bex.
of 10.
I'd give her a strong 2. No, no, joking, Becky. She's definitely listening. She's definitely listening. She's fuming. Right, I'm gonna get a text after this. Becky, do you know what? Absolute 2. Becky sent a message in saying, "Will Martha be wearing pants for this? Because you just walk around the house in no pants at all times."
No, I don't.
Don't flash your wap, you wet ass Pete. I just said to my little sister, "Don't flash your wap."
No!
Oh, I'm upset.
I'm gonna be sick.
I feel ill. Anyway,
Azkaban.
right, rate me.
2.
What? 2. Why you whisper? Just speak. I'm actually gonna hit you in a minute.
Oh, he hit me.
Yeah, I did.
You can't say in a minute when you just hit me.
Yeah, but I'm gonna hit you properly. Thanks. Whoa, perk up. Come on. What do you give me out of 10?
2.
Well, that's a bit inaccurate and just wrong. Right. So
What
you're
did you give me?
well, now you've said that, absolute 3. Better than a 2 because I'm not horrible. But you're. And do you know what number 3 is on the podcast soundboard?
Get that out my face.
Yeah. So that's exactly what you deserve. Right, guys.
Get that out your face.
I'm not gonna lie, guys. This is the most difficult guest I've ever had. Shit, it's like squeezing blood out of a stone with this one. Absolute nothing getting out of it. So we're gonna go for a break. I'm gonna raid the bar, get her absolutely smashed. She's never drank alcohol before. Gonna get her off the rails.
That is a lie.
And we will return after this cutie little break. And what we're doing after this? We're answering some questions. That's what we're doing after. We got some quite good ones. I'm not gonna lie. We got some quite good ones. So see you after this.
Where do you get your style from?
That's one that we're not answering. Someone asked us, where do you get your sense of style from? I was like, well, I'd have to find it first. I'm not being funny. She definitely hasn't got one. I know for a fact mine's very much limited. So, yeah. Right, sorry.
He's worn the same blue t-shirt for the past week.
Actually, it was turquoise, and I've not been here for a week. So, how about get your facts right, grow up, and pick on somebody your own size. Right, everybody, I'm
Nearly
fuming.
as tall as you.
No, you're not. Shorty.
Yes, I am.
But, yes, I am.
Yes,
right,
I am.
right, all right, Jolly Green Giant, calm it. Right, we'll be back after this break, everybody.
Not with juice.
Hello, everybody. We're a little bit back, and I just in the break. I'm not gonna lie to you. Right,
Just a little bit.
just a little
Just
bit.
a little bit.
Just a cheeky little bit.
I got shouted at.
She got shouted at. I shouted at her. I said, you know what? Sit up. And what you doing?
Slouching.
And I said, speak. And what? To be fair, she just said, I got shouted at. So that's some words that have come out of her mouth. And we just went over
People, upgrade.
upgrades, and we just went over some of the questions that were asked, and we're ready to answer some of them. So yeah, shall we have a little cheeky look at them?
To make you be mine.
What?
That was one of them. It's funny.
Oh yeah. I was thinking, what's this all about? Right, so we've got some absolute kefta ones. Yes, we got one from and I went on his profile. And he's like 10 years old.
We're all about the Spanish person.
And there's I think he's Spanish because he's called like Roberto. And he tried to serenade me. He wrote, word for word, what do I have to do to be mine? And I was like, oh, Roberto! Roberto!
Isn't that
Right.
in a Lady Gaga song?
Yeah. As soon as I said that, I
All
was
those like names in it.
Alejandro, don't
Yeah.
call my name, Roberto. Yeah, that's Rebecca. Right, so first question for you, Martha. What's it like being 13 in today's world?
Boring.
Boring. But I guess it kind of is, because you're in Rona.
I had Rona, by the way.
Yeah,
Just
oh
wanted to
yeah.
know.
Go on, what was that experience like?
It was great.
You didn't really feel it, did you?
I was-
You were JC.
I was doing dandy.
You were fine and dandy.
Just
She's absolutely
just
fine and dandy, this girl. But like, I look back to, how old are you now? 13?
No.
Yeah, you are.
I'm not.
Grow up. Do you know what?
Get that out of my face.
Do you know that attitude?
No!
Yeah, that's what I thought. Right, sorry. Right, sorry, I'm just getting a little bit comfy.
Rude. Don't
So-
be rude.
Don't be fucking rude.
I just want to be me.
I didn't know what button I was pressing there. Right, so when we were, what am I trying to say? When I was 13, I'm pretty sure I went to my first house party. And like, you're not doing that because you can't.
People don't like me.
No, because like, Rona. Like, I remember I had like alcohol for the first time. I was very rebellious. In fact, well, I didn't. I were a bit of
Living on the edge.
no, I were a bit of a bit. So I went to a house party. It was at my friend Kayla's house, I think. It was either year 8 or it might have been year 9.
Shout out to Kayla.
It might have been year 9. It might have been year 9. And she had like this house party and she had like a massive one. And I'd never really drank alcohol. Well, I'm pretty sure that I had never drank alcohol in my life before. And I was like, everyone was drinking Strongbow, which is like cider. And I hate it. Like, I literally hate the taste of cider. I just didn't like... Well, I don't mind it now, but back then, I hated it. So I had this fucking... Sorry, I keep swearing. This big, like, massive 2-litre bottle of Strongbow. And I was just pretending to drink it because, like, it was so gross. It would literally make me feel sick. And, yeah... I think everyone was just really pretending to drink because I didn't like... I was only in like year 8 and then I discovered vodka and then it were all downhill from there and then I actually started drinking. I used to drink straight vodka, like
Now
shot
we have
it.
a bar in our house because
Yeah.
this little alcoholic
Yeah.
couldn't control himself.
Yeah, fully. We're a bit like... It was good at my 21st though, weren't it? I mean, you wouldn't know. Cousin Harry would, but you wouldn't know. Our cousin... In fact, can we tell this story? I'll just briefly say it. My cousin, I thought he were about 16... So
15.
no, at the time we were like 14.
No, he was 15.
It was
It
over
was
a year
in
ago.
January.
He's just turned 16.
Yeah.
It wasn't in
wait.
January. 'cause
No, it was
Abby's
wasn't.
David and
alright,
Abby's
it was
wedding
like
party.
14.
Yeah, he was literally 14 years old, and I thought he was about 16, 17. I'm not even joking. I didn't question his age because I genuinely thought he was about 16, 17. So I'm thinking, well, he's obviously drank alcohol before, like everything. So we had like a party, and I was like, right, because he randomly walked over to me, and he had a pint in his hand, and he was like, someone just poured me this. I was like, right, well, I'd rather you not be drinking random pints from like people. Why don't you just let me control your drinks? So what I did was I poured him a vodka and Fanta, and I didn't put any vodka in it, but I told him that it was. So he was down in it left, right and centre thinking it was solid. Little did he know he was getting high on Fanta Fruit Twist. And then, because he was like, oh, it's so easy, he started to go behind the bar himself and pour himself vodka and Fanta because he thought like, oh, I've been drinking that and it tasted nothing, I feel fine. Then he started to get actually drunk. And then...
But we all thought he was pretending.
He
was like pacing up and down the stairs.
Yeah, and he was like, he looked like it was fake though, didn't it?
He was like...
Yeah, he was like, what, stumbling all over the place.
And I just kept telling him to shut up.
Yeah, you were fully like, Harry, grow up. Like, stop showing off. You're not drunk, you're just pretending. And then he was sick all over your bed.
My bath bombs were fizzing and he's sick.
Seriously?
I had like that
Get that
basket.
off here.
Oh, I
I had
remember.
like a bunny crochet basket full of bath
Sicky
bombs.
Wicky Bath Bomb.
And
Oh.
they all like fell out and was just like fizzing up.
Oh, Sicky Wicky Bath Bomb. Get that out, my
Screw
God.
you, Harry.
Yeah, so
God.
Harry, you did that one. Right, so let's go on to the next. Don't know how this got onto that topic. Oh yeah, but basically, what's it like? Sorry, I keep answering the questions for you.
It's a bit boring.
Yeah, but I guess you don't really know any different because like you just pretty much gone to high
People
school.
in my
Are you
year
in year
don't
eight?
like me. I have 3 friends. No, I'm in year 9.
People do like it. You have more than 3 friends. I had loads of friends when I was your age, so you better have more than 3 friends. Or if you just have like 3 really good friends, then that's fine too. What's the weirdest thing about Max?
Wish you had pants on. He'll randomly just start singing in the middle of conversation.
Yeah. Yeah, I do that, don't I?
You do.
I don't know why I do that a lot. But like I do. Yeah, I like a good sing.
Shout out to Alan for that question.
I can't laugh because my lips, so I'm fully like. But yeah, cheers, Al. What grade are you in, and what's the hardest part about school? So this is obviously from an American.
Year 9.
Are you in year 9 now? Oh my god, yeah. So yeah, I was in year 9 when I went to a party for the first time. So this would have been. You're missing out, love. Sorry, everybody. Rona, you're missing out, love. That's a bit upsetting.
The hardest part about school.
Yeah, what's the hardest part about school for you?
Maths.
Maths. I used to cry in maths.
My friend did. She cried the other day in her lesson.
Yeah, no, I really like.
In case you wanted to know that.
Yeah, maths like it gets to me and I can't do it. It
I
gets
cried
me.
in French.
Why?
There was 3 people in my lesson, I just cried.
Why? Because
No reason. No. I'm just staring in the sky and I just burst out crying.
Really? Are you okay?
No.
Oh my gosh. I think this is a conversation for after the podcast. Jesus Christ, should we try and lighten the mood?
I love you, Jesus.
Oh my god, alright then. Little bit upsetting to hear that. But anyway, I used to be awful to my French teacher, but he deserved it. Mr. Pedro, get that out my face. I didn't like him one bit.
Sorry, Mr. Pedro.
Yeah, sorry, Mr. Pedro. I know he listens.
Pedro
so
Pony.
Yeah, I know he listens, so get over it, mate. But yeah, I bet it is weird. Like it's just weird that you're in school now, and like you're supposed to be like living like the best like fun early school times, and you're just not able to.
Mad.
It is a little bit mad. I can't lie to you. How annoying was it living with Max?
Hell.
Hell.
Hell on earth.
What? Like why?
You're annoying.
I'm not annoying.
I have this one vivid memory
Of what?
at the old house. I was
yeah.
sat. He had like his own set of stairs because he lived on the 3rd floor.
All right, yeah. I was thinking then. I don't remember owning any stairs. Right, carry on.
And there's just like 2 rooms, so his was one. And then
I feel like this story is... by the way, everybody, Martha lies all the time. I feel like this is just
No, I don't.
going to be an untrue story. I don't know.
I was sat at the bottom of the stairs, and then what's that song? And it's like, "Hit me, baby, one more time."
Yeah, Britney Spears. Hit me, baby, one more time.
Yeah. I was obsessed with that song. Apparently, I was sat at the bottom of
you
the stairs
used to.
singing that, and then he just lobs something at me from the top of the stairs.
Oh, that's
So-
standard though. We have a full video on my Instagram from like years ago of me just lobbing stuff at you and filming it. Pillows
I
at
was
you.
in my Moshi Monster pajamas.
Yeah, that was the same night as the stepping on the house.
No, I just think I like those
I
pajamas.
think you just wore them pajamas a lot. Yeah,
Yeah.
I kind of agree. What was it like? What was Max like growing up? What was that?
That's not the same
Was I?
question.
So I was always like really quiet, wasn't I?
No.
I kept myself to myself. Quite a shy boy. Would you agree?
I could hear you in the living room like screaming, playing GTA all the time.
I'm just such a boy. I just play Grand Theft Auto all the time. Right. What? Next question. What's
Why is
it
there
like?
a winky face at the
Because
end
someone
of
wrote, "What's it like growing up without a brother?" indicating that I'm not a man.
that? Love
Which
that
I am
for
the
you.
biggest burliest man ever. So I don't know who they
He's
think that they
very
are.
hairy.
Right, thanks for exposing me. Jesus Christ. What's it like being the sister of such a little bit hilarious icon?
Well, Ben, you're wrong.
Look at Ben, cutie Ben. Oh, Ben.
Ben,
Oh, Ben. I think that's all of them, really. And then we've got...
you're so fit.
How's it having... Show yourself, I know, Martha. What are they playing at? How is it to have a much older sibling? Because all of your siblings are like a lot older
You're
than
the
you.
like youngest one.
I'm like the closest one. That's probably why we spend a lot of time together, don't we? Like even like if I'm home, we will like go and do stuff just us, because probably even though I am 7 years
You
older
didn't
than
want
you,
to come to town the other day.
I didn't want to go to town, Martha, because I had the plague on my face. I just
You were
come-
wearing a mask anyway.
yeah, but it still hurt when it touched my mask. When I'd come from London to Manchester to Bolton to where we live, Darwin. Like, well, no one knows where it is. It doesn't matter. Right, hunt us down there.
Don't come to my house.
Don't come to my house. Get that out of my house, please. I'm begging you.
Oh, I was gonna do
And
the Jesus
then I
thing.
weren't gonna go to bloody Blackburn, and then back home again in a day. No, I weren't doing all that, Martha. Like, absolute. Where is it?
Get that out of my face.
That's not happening. I'm telling you for a fact that weren't happening. But like we do cutie little things. We used to go to trampoline park together, Trafford Centre together.
Did that
Just
a
us
couple
two,
of
Bezzy mates, living at large.
Ice skating.
Ice skating. We've been ice skating. We went with cousin Harry once. That was fun. So many fun memories.
Not
I feel
Harry.
like, yeah, but like.
Harry was excluded.
Oh yeah, he wasn't there, was he? Oh god,
Sorry,
what if I don't
Harry.
have pressed on something? Yeah, but like I feel like growing up, because I'm so immature, we do get along well, which is probably not okay. But like we do get along like, I don't know, and we just like do stuff together, don't we?
I don't know.
I think I'm a pretty sick brother. I'm not gonna lie. Dare you to try and find a better one than me, because it's absolutely bish bash bosh not happening. Okay, right. And then we did get one other thing emailed in. I had to email it back to myself from the other account. Right. So it says, "Hello,
It's a whole
Max and
essay.
sister." I know it's quite long. The ones from email are usually a bit longer. So it says, "Hello, Max and sister. Firstly, just wanted to say I followed you for ages and weirdly actually found out about you kind of because of your sister." So when I first read this, I was like, what does that even mean? And then it says, "I hope this isn't too much, but I discovered you on Twitter when you tweeted about how the two of you bravely returned to the Manchester Arena after being in the arena at the Ariana Grande concert during the terrorist attack. I don't want to bring anything negative up, but I just wanted to say that I think you're both so brave and courageous, and I remember feeling emotional when I saw your tweet. I wondered if you feel closer because of the experience, or if you feel it has changed you in any way. Really sorry if this is too much. I really love you and your podcast, and I wish you and your sister all the happiness in the world. From Louisa." Do you know what, Louisa? That is just... That's lovely. Do you know what, Louisa? Thank you for approaching it in a respectful way, and also just being a lovely person,
We
Louisa.
stan
We
Louisa.
do. We stand Louisa. So, firstly, because we don't really speak about it a lot, do we? Because it's not really something that's like going to come up. But we were both at the Ariana Grande concert when the bomb went off in Manchester, and we were actually there because you wanted. Well,
I got tickets.
Yeah, I use you as an excuse to go and see Ariana Grande. I've done this quite a lot. I'm like,
Little
oh
Mix
my,
concerts.
yeah.
I get used.
Yeah, you do. I'm like, right, so Martha wants to go and see... I literally remember I was at school and I was texting my mum like, Martha will want to go and see Ariana Grande. We need to get her tickets for her birthday. And my mum was like, does she even listen to Ariana Grande? I was like, she watches like Nickelodeon and Ariana Grande is on Nickelodeon. Like, Martha will love it.
Sam and Kat.
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, shout out to Sam. I know Sam listens to this podcast. And I was like, Martha will love it. So we got like tickets, just us two. And then, so what happened was my parents went, we don't
meal.
Yeah, we don't have to like, they went out for a meal and then basically.
They're a bit irrelevant.
Yeah, and then like the bomb went off at the end of the concert, obviously. And we like rushed out, didn't we? Do you even remember it?
Speedy
or is it just like a blur to you? Do you? Do you remember when we rushed out?
You yeeted me. I got yeeted.
I did. I had to pick her up and throw her over the barriers because it was like...
You threw me up the seats.
Yeah, up the seats because like there was no... that we couldn't get to any of the exits, could we? It was quite like...
No, we were literally sat at one.
Yeah, but it got so crowded. It got so crowded. Like looking back, it is like... It's quite weird. Do you not find it weird that we were involved in something that was like a whole worldwide thing and like people...
A little bit mad.
It is like mad and like, I don't know. I do find it weird sometimes when I think about it. But long story short, we were involved in that and then we went back to Manchester Arena because it was
Little Mix.
Because
you
it
used me for tickets.
Yeah, because it was a Little Mix concert. And by the way, after through the bomb and everything, we were completely fine. Like we were barely touched or anything. We were completely okay, and everything was good. And but obviously we were really lucky because a lot of people weren't okay either mentally or physically, and some people died obviously. But we were some of the fortunate few that got out. Like we just got out quickly. And yeah, like I'll go into that in like another like podcast episode or something because it's not really like appropriate to talk about it now whilst I'm literally sat here with my little sister. But after it, so it ended up being exactly 6 months to the date since the Ariana Grande concert, and we had tickets to go and see Little Mix, and it was obviously both of our first time going back to. It was both of our first time going back to.
It was the first concert.
Yeah, in Manchester Arena.
Yeah.
And we went, and we didn't realise it was 6 months since. And I got Martha's
friend.
Yeah, I got Martha's friend to take a picture of us, and I just wrote something on Twitter like, I can't even remember what it was. Like, thanks to Little Mix, like, it started the process of like bad memories being replaced with good ones, or something like that.
Like exactly what you put.
Yeah, something like that. And then it ended up going like. Would you say, I'd probably say like viral because it was like all over the UK at least. And like, it like went everywhere and then like news people got in touch with us and everything and like wanted to like ask us like questions.
We got asked to go on Good Morning Britain.
Yeah, we got asked to go on Good Morning Britain, but my mum wouldn't let Martha go on. So,
boring.
Yeah, so that was.
Did you go on?
No. Because they didn't want me without you. Because I think that they were trying to push the story of like the brave older brother saved his like young little sister who was a Ariana Grande Little Mix fan or something like that.
We love clickbait.
Yeah, that's basically what it was. But yeah, like I don't know if it like made us closer because like we're already like really close. I don't know. Do you feel like it's changed you in any way? Do you think? No? I feel like you were very young. I was
like 9.
Yeah, you were very young in that you didn't really understand the extremity of it. Like, I remember even the night of, like, I was so shook up because I knew what was going on. And I feel like it impacted me a hell of a lot more than it did her.
I went to school the next day.
Yeah, she went to school the next day and she was fine and, like...
You got the day off school?
Yeah, I just couldn't go in. I was up all night. So then I took the day off school. And I felt like, I don't know, I just didn't want to go, like, anywhere. Like, it was really... it was a lot, but like as far as you, like I remember like always thinking like, oh my god, should I like ask Martha if she's okay? But you just never brought it up, so I was like, she must just be fine. You've never shown any signs of it impacting your life or anything, so I think you were just too young to comprehend what was really going on. But yeah, so sorry to end it on a bit of a downer note, everybody. If you want me to, because like, I do get questions about that sometimes, and I've kind of just like ignored them up until now.
That's why he's got his hard man tattoo.
Yeah, that's why, because I got a Manchester Bee. Yeah, so that full circle, I ended up getting a Manchester Bee tattoo, just like commemorate that like whole thing and stuff. But yeah, sorry to like put a bit of a downer on it if I did. I didn't mean to. But yeah, basically they were I do get questions about it a lot, like I said, and I will talk about it in another podcast that's kind of more serious. But I thought it makes sense to like answer that question now, especially with Martha being here. So I did it. And yeah, sorry if it was a downer, but that's just my life story, so I'm gonna say it.
No!
So we're gonna have another. I don't know what that was. I don't know what just came out of me, but it really big fat jumped out. Anyway, we're gonna have another little break, and then when we get back, we're gonna talk about something serious. Yeah, another break, Martha. Got to get that ad revenue. I've got ads on this podcast
What time
now.
is it? I've got school.
It's 9 o'clock. Grow up, kid. You go to sleep at like 12. Anyway, we're going to take another little
Expose
break.
me.
And then we're going to come back, talk about something serious. Oh, I've just realised my juice box is in the frame.
Mine's been in the whole time.
Oh, well, it looks a bit
And I finished
unprofessional.
it ages
Oh,
ago.
and there's like wires everywhere. It looks so grim. Oh, well, who cares? Not many people watch it on YouTube. Most of you
Desi
lovely
pics.
little people listen on Spotify and Apple, and I love that because then the adverts can come through and then I can get some sort of money. Even though I don't get a lot of money, I just do this because I like talking shit. But if loads of you wanted to listen, and also if you rate my podcast and review it on Apple and Spotify, then I can get more money. So I would really appreciate that.
I did say you randomly start singing.
Yeah,
I
right.
warned you.
We'll be back after this break, everybody. And hello, everybody. We're a little bit back. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling like I want to talk about something a little serious. What do you think, Martha?
No.
No, right, so this is the part of the podcast where we talk about something that's a little bit serious. We know the drill
We
by
just
now.
did.
Yeah, but yeah, that's true. All right.
A little bit serious.
All right, don't come into my podcast and think that you rule the roost. Okay.
You're in my house.
Calm it, Karen.
In my house.
Right. So this thing, right, this is just a brief somewhat serious. So, in fact, yeah, we could have covered that in the something serious. Nah, we'll just leave. No. Right, I want to talk about this anyway.
He needed to pee.
Yeah, I
so
did
we
need
had
to
a
wait.
break.
Yeah, that's basically it. Right, something serious. So, you may have seen in the news recently, obviously, Rona's going on. It's big, it's bad, it's horrible. Absolute ruining lives left, right and centre. But the arts, so the careers in the arts are literally flushed down the toilet like they're going. Absolute going. And BJ doing nothing about it. That's BJ Boris
Big
Johnson. Big Boz. And the government have literally released like a campaign like in the media that's saying like, this is, what was it? Oh my God, what was that woman called? Fatima. She was called Fatima. This is Fatima. She's a ballerina, but her next job could be in cyber. You never know, or something like that. And they're saying like all of these like artistic people should retrain and get other like boring jobs, and instead of providing like funding for them or like alternative ways that they can get, like, do you know what I mean? Instead of like making sure that their jobs are alive. Meanwhile, everything around us relies on the talents of artistic people at all times. This chair was probably designed by a chair maker. This laptop was made by artistic man number 2. This, I listen to music. That's sung by Adele. She's an artist. Should she start working at Greggs? I think not. And then Boris is just doing note about it, and it's really starting to annoy me because, number one, I first pursued an artistic career, film, and if I did, I'd be absolute goners by now, doing nothing with my life. And it's like, it's just not on. Boris needs to get his act together. I know he listens to it. Boris, I know you're listening. So will you lot just get it together in that big house, that big number 10 house that you live in, just get it together, send a bit of that money that I know that you've got from all the child trafficking and stuff that you probably do because you're absolutely disgusting and vile. Why don't you send some of that money, to ballerinas? Let them have a dance. To artists,
And to win a ballerina.
into clubs. Get rid of the curfew, Boris. Where's the logic in the curfew? Tell me. So we've got London Town Centre, City Centre, Soho, for example. 10 p.m. curfew hits. Every bar is emptied of people. The street is now packed. Them drunk people are now going to get on the tube together and probably not be as safe as they normally will because they're all drunk and it's packed. This makes no sense, Boris. You need to get your big fat ass up and start funding some stuff and grow up. Grow up. Do you know what, Boris? Grow up. I'm so sick of him.
No!
Ugh. He really irritates me. I need to calm down.
I love you, Jesus.
Right, I feel better now. Right, okay. That segment's over. A little bit serious. I hope that if you didn't know about that, then at least you do now. And if you did know about it, I probably just spoke about it very inaccurately, but you probably know what I was trying to say. So anyway, now is the part of the... Why are you bleeding? What have you done? We've got a casualty on site. What have you done? What has happened? Martha, suck that finger now. Suck that finger now. Otherwise, blood's getting everywhere. Ooh, I don't like
Get
blood.
that out of my face.
Oh, no, don't lick it, Martha. Martha, stop. Right, don't concentrate on that. No, seriously, that's horrible. Right, right.
You just don't want to suck it.
Yeah, suck it and just leave it. Leave it be. Don't be licking it and prodding it. Right, now's the part. Ew, absolute.
Get that out of my
face. Right, now is the part of the podcast where we talk about... How did you do that, by the way? Sorry, everybody.
I don't know.
You've fully cut your finger. Proper bleeding central.
Sliced and diced.
Right, now is the part of the podcast where we talk about something that we like. Ooh. Did you like that noise?
little bit
I saw your
saucy.
face perk up a bit. Martha, by the way, you're literally hiding behind the laptop. Sit up. I swear to God, I'm going to punch you in the face.
I'm wearing pants.
Yeah, you are. Right. Something that we like and something that we don't like. Or I always do that one, but I like this one more. So
No.
I made her write down the stuff that she likes and doesn't like first, because then we could
It
pick
took a
appropriate
while.
ones. It did
I'm
take
bit
a while.
Boring.
Yeah, she's a little bit boring, not got a lot going on. So the thing that I like is shock horror, TikTok. But I realised I'd never really spoke about it. Yeah, I do. But I've recently found my love for TikTok, because most of the time when I go on TikTok, it's to make videos because I make myself laugh. But recently I've had the plague on my face, full on ulcers, so I've not made any videos really, only ones from like, if you look on my TikTok, I've only made videos from like far away so that you can't tell I've got like absolute plague going on. But I've not been able to make any of like my usual like up close videos. So instead I've just been going on the app and like watching loads of other videos, which I sometimes do, but I've been like proper getting in like the TikTok hole of it all, and I'm just loving it. I'm really enjoying it. But one thing that I don't understand, so I love TikTok, obviously I'm on TikTok, but I feel like I'm bad at TikTok because I don't understand all the like houses. I was trying to speak to you before, I don't know who's in the hype house. I know there's a wave house, and they're the British ones, aren't they, that take their masks off, but I don't I don't like any of them. Can't be doing without. Absolute get that out of my face. But, like, there's so many different people. I don't know. If I walk past Addison Rae, I could walk past her in Blackburn Town Centre and be none the wiser. I'm telling you that now. I don't have a clue who she is. Like, who are they? Who's in the hype house and how did that start? I'm so fascinated. Am I in a house?
No.
Am I in the... What house am I in?
Not been invited.
Like, shall I start my own house?
Beleg Day House.
Beleg Day House, shall I? Mm-hmm. That sounds like a fashion
Who was that
designer.
person that emailed? Louisa,
yeah.
You're invited to the house.
Yeah, you
Louisa.
are, Louisa. You're a bit of a ledge, you.
And that Spanish Roberto.
Yeah, Roberto's in, and Alan. We'll have Alan in. Alan, you're only in on weekends, though. Only weekends. Right? So, I'm starting Beleg Day House, guys. Let me know who you want to be in it, and we'll get that going. I don't know if I can afford an actual house, but in the
Maybe
place...
a tent.
Yeah, the place that I live in London does have a shed, so we can get working on that. But who's in the hype house? How did it start?
So basically there's this geezer called... I don't even know how I know this, but there's this guy called Thomas
Okay.
Petrov, I don't know his last name, and he's basically like a 30-year-old man,
Right.
and he's a bit creepy, and he's like the dad, and it's
So
a
he's
bit
actually
suspicious.
he's actually someone's dad in it.
No,
Oh.
no, but he's like
Is he like the manager?
yeah, and
Okay.
he like it came out like Dixie who's someone in the hype house said like he won't feed us unless we film TikToks.
Oh my god.
Because like that's how they get their money.
So is he like the investor of the house?
Yeah.
Is he some like rich guy?
No,
Oh.
he's like he does TikTok himself.
Oh, right,
but he's
okay.
like just older than everyone and
Right, okay.
manages them to make sure they're making content and making
Okay.
money because He was the one who like started the Hype House and then like bought the house.
Right.
And
yeah,
the
so
house
he's
is
going to be
worth,
like the investor there. So usually them houses behind them, they
worth,
have some
like,
rich person that like invests in it, and then like the. Do you remember Jake Paul? Did you know anything about him?
Do you know that house? And it's like that's
What's
their
it
house.
called? The
They
Team
bought
10
it.
house?
Yeah, they bought
Really?
the Team 10 house.
Oh my god.
I think that's the house. I don't know,
That's wild.
but I'm pretty sure it's the Team 10.
So who else is in it? There's Charlie and Dixie. Where did Charlie D'Amelio come from?
She made a dance video and then got popular.
Did she invent one of the main dances? Who did the?
That's the
Didn't
Say
even
So
notice.
one. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, was that not
Probably
Charlie
just like a
D'Amelio?
person, and then Charlie D'Amelio did it, and then
Right. Okay. So is she just like?
she's 16,
Is she? I knew she
and
was
she
young.
has like 80 million followers.
Oh my god, she's set for
The
life.
most,
The most on TikTok. Is it?
but
She's
she
set for
can't
life.
do the creative fund because she's not old enough. So she will literally be making
Oh
so
my
much
god!
money.
But to be fair,
She
no,
makes
no,
money already.
we don't go on about that creative fund because that
I know.
ruined my life. Nah, he can absolutely
Get that out my face.
because he's not. We're not having
Get
him.
that
So
out my
anyway,
face.
yeah, skip
So
that
yeah,
bit. Go on.
and then there's a random guy who was on. I don't think he's in the Hype House. He's just like a random dude from Australia who always goes around and makes TikToks with them. It's a bit irrelevant.
So where's the? Do they have like a Hype House account and then they
Yeah.
post on that?
You don't really post on it. I don't
Right,
think. I
okay.
don't follow it. But
So is the idea that they all just live in a house together and
most
earn
of them
money?
live there, but some of them are just members of the Hype House.
Right. Okay then.
And then there's Corver and James Warren who are knockoff. James is like knockoff David Dobrik, and then Corver tries to be.
See, I know
Liza
David
Koshy.
Dobrik, Liza Koshy. I love
Because
her.
when they were going out,
Yeah.
like Alex does like vlogs that are like 5 minutes long and basically just does what David Dobrik does.
Yeah. Oh,
So
that's
everyone
wild.
comments on it. He basically gets bullied.
Yeah.
and
Wait. So
slated.
wait. So where's Addison Rae then? Is she in the Hype House?
She's in the Hype House. Yeah.
Is she? So
But
do
she
they all
isn't-
get along?
But she doesn't live
Because
there.
Addison Rae's friends with like Kourtney Kardashian.
Pretty sure she's her babysitter and
Is
just
she?
makes TikToks with her before Courtney goes out for meals.
Yeah. That's like crazy though.
talk
So
about
what? How old's Addison Rae? Is she like 16?
She's 19, I think.
Is she?
I think she's 19. No, she just turned 20. It was her birthday.
She's 20.
It came up. I don't know how I know
Oh my
that.
god! So I could be Addison Rae. Should I start being Addison Rae?
She's younger than you.
Is she? But I can still be Addison Rae though. Should I give it a
I mean, if you
go?
want. But most of them are just famous because they're pretty.
Oh, so can I not be Addison Rae? Is that what you're
No,
saying?
yeah, you can't be.
Well,
Addison
then.
Rae did the WAP dance and
Did she?
it
Should I
got
do
like
that then?
70
I did the
million-
WAP.
it
Did
got-
you see my WAP?
Yeah, but you were drunken on London streets. son.
Firstly, actually, fun story for that.
I don't know.
I was not drunk. People always assume that I'm drunk every time I just do something weird on TikTok. It was the day
Yeah,
after I
because you
had been
mainly
drunk.
are.
I just had a full pizza. Me, Maisie and Claudia were in Central and we just had a full Francomanca, which is like the sickest pizza ever. And I was actually really not drunk. I'd just been drinking water. In fact, I was really hungover. And then sometimes when I'm hungover and really tired and I've had no sleep, I get really delirious and I start acting weird. So then I did a big kind of WAP. That's a WAP. Some wet ass PJs. Anyway.
Alright.
So yeah, so Addison Rae, she's just like, they must make
Famous
loads.
because she's pretty and has a bum.
I have a
In case
bum.
you all didn't know.
Everyone has a bum.
She basically just twerks in every single one of her videos. in,
I'll start doing that then.
short shorts.
Guys, comment down below. Let me know if you want me to start twerking in all my videos and then I'll be the next Addison Rae.
You will.
I reckon that could happen easily.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Okay then.
And then there's Bryce Hall,
Who's
who's in the Sway House.
Oh god,
But
what's
they're like-
Sway House?
Basically just attractive boys.
So do you reckon I can get in there?
Yeah, and basically all they do is
Oh,
just
yeah,
make videos
okay.
in the gym. We all know they
Oh
don't
wait,
really
no, I
work
think
out.
I've seen these people and they're like the worst people in the world.
Yeah.
Like they're literally like, oh my
Noah
god.
Neck.
Oh yeah, Noah Neck. Is that what he's called?
No, he's called Noah Beck.
Oh,
but
right.
his neck is
Is it
tree trunk.
Hulky? No, I can't say they're like the worst people in the world to me. Boys like that are the worst people in the world.
And
they
he
get
got
a big
famous
fat.
because girls, like 10-year-old girls, were commenting pregnant emojis on his posts.
We'll start doing that on mine then. What's going on, guys? Guys, do you know what? Right, this is my send to you lot. I could be the next Addison Rae. You lot have failed me. I'm older than her. I can babysit. I have a bum. Everybody has a bum.
Everyone does have a
I
bum.
can do a WAP.
Flatty patty.
I can WAP if I want to. It's my party, I'll WAP if I want to.
About to sing that song.
So, do you know what I mean? I could be Addison Rae and you lot have big fat let me down.
Get that out my face.
I'm upset. Right. The thing that I dislike, I'll just briefly go over this one because it's getting to me. Exercise. I've had enough. When I was ill, I couldn't exercise for ages. I used to like it. Now it's like a chore to me. I'm melting. My body is a melting ice. It used to be an ice sculpture and it's been left out in room temperature and it's gradually just melting and disintegrating into absolute sacks of wet piss. It is just awful. It's not good. I'm getting jiggle and I'm not enjoying it. So I reckon I'm starting to feel better again now, so I can start to exercise a bit again. But I just don't enjoy it anymore. I feel like I'm just doing the wrong things and it's irritating me. So I think I'm going to get a personal trainer.
How are you going to avoid that?
That's the bit that I've not worked out yet. But when I become Addison Rae, it'll be fine.
Yeah, true.
Right, so what's the thing that you like? Wait, I need to do that. What's the thing that you like?
So, because I'm a bit boring, we just grabbed some up. We just went in my room and was like, oh, let's snatch that.
Yeah.
So I have an Xbox.
Yes, she does.
Never go on it.
Yeah, you do. You go on it all the
Yeah,
time.
I
You
know.
used to when I were here.
Sarcasm.
Oh, do you still go on it? Yeah. She's a little bit of a gamer girl. Little bit. And I'm quite proud because I used to be a proper gamer boy when I was younger, especially her age. Didn't leave the house, I run it all the time. What's your favourite game, Martha?
Probably Minecraft.
Minecraft? I thought that were on the computer. Is it not?
You can have it on your Xbox.
How can I've never understood Minecraft. I think I just don't have the patience
Just
for
make
it.
houses.
No,
great.
that's so boring to me. Like, and it's all blocks as well. I don't want blocks. I want real life.
If you know who Dream Team are, shout out to you.
I don't know who Dream Team are.
I know you don't.
If you do, then fair enough. But at the end of the day, I'm Addison Rae, so that's fine with me. What's the thing that you dislike?
Spiders.
She had to look at the thing that I wrote down to remind her, guys. This is quite possibly the worst podcast guest I've ever had. Tell me why you hate spiders. Why do you actually dislike spiders, though? Because you are weird in that, guys, there's been moments where we would, especially as a young child, she would bring me, like, frogs. Like, she'd come in and she'd have a frog in her hand and she'd be completely sound. We had a trapped bird in our garden that had injured itself. And Martha's like, oh, I'll go and get it. A bird? A full-on flap, birdie-wordy. Mm-hmm. And she'll just pick it up, safe and sound. I couldn't think of anything worse. And then, like, what? You're scared of spiders? You'll pick up a bird, pick up a frog? Mm-hmm. You'll have, like, snakes on you?
Not snakes.
I'm scared of snakes, to be fair. That's, like, my biggest fear. But what is it about spiders that scares you so much? Is it just something
Have
in
you
your
seen
DNA?
them?
Yeah, no, I don't like them. Trust me. But I'm not as scared as you are. Like, something about them, like, just sets you off every single time.
I remember one Christmas, I just don't trust you, and you got me a box of Celebrations, and I thought that there'd be a massive spider in there.
Did you?
It was sellotaped
really
up and, like,
scared.
unsealed and stuff.
You get proper scared of, like,
There's
spiders.
if you scroll down to the beginning of Max's TikTok career, there's a video where for the day he constantly tortured me.
Yeah, I just...
If you want to see that.
There was a period of time where I would literally just say to Martha, like, oh my god, there's a spider, and she would scream and cry every time, even though I'd literally did it, like, 5 times in a day once, but it always worked every single time. I don't know why. It just, like, there's something about it, and it just big fat works every time. She's a little bit slow, as we've learned on this podcast,
And
everybody.
then when I was a toddler and there was that moth. No, let's try
Yeah. Oh, wait, I don't really remember that. Explain, what happened?
I mean, I was like 2.
Yeah.
It was
Right,
you and
oh my
Ellie.
god, me, Ellie and Martha, so me, older sister and younger sister here, we were in Scotland, I think. We're in some random hotel, and a moth that may as well have been a bloody seagull. I swear to god, it was the biggest thing I've ever seen. It were huge. Me and Ellie were like nearly in tears, and we had to get Martha. You were literally like 2 years old, and you there can barely walk. And you were going to us like, it's okay. And we're like, it's not okay. And I'm there hiding under the quilt from this moth. And you were trying to calm us down, bless you. See, this was when she actually used to be nice. She had like 3 teeth and she was giving it like, it's okay, don't worry, it's okay. And she was trying to get this moth out of the room, but I weren't having any bit of it. If you get any insects near me, flying insects, snakes, reptiles, reptilians, spiders, insectos, get that out my face. I swear to God, I hate it. Hate them. Cannot get enough of disliking them. I always wanted to live in America. Now, number one, props because of Trump. Absolutely not. Number two, I think they have spiders there that can, like, bite you. If a spider bit me, oh my God, that's my worst fear.
You'd be Spider-Man.
That's my worst fear. No, I'd love to be Spider-Man, but spiders biting me, no chance on this earth. Not happening. Not happening. We're lucky in the UK that the biggest, like, thing that we'll face is, like...
Daddy long legs.
Yeah, like, or like a rat maybe, but, like, we've never had, like, a rat in the house
Shout
or
out
anything
to
other than
London.
you. Yeah, shout out to London.
Call me a rat.
Yeah, I did. But yeah, that's... do you know what, Martha? Do you know what? Fairness. You had a little bit of a chat. I weren't expecting much from you because I know that you're a little bit of a timid soul when you want to be, but I feel like you did okay. I feel like you did quite good. Got some nice chat. I feel like this podcast was basically just learning about us, really, wasn't it? More so about just like kind of I attempted. I attempted to get people to learn about you, but you didn't want to speak, so that's fine. I won't hold a grudge or anything. Don't worry. But yeah, so I've had a good time. Have you?
Meh. Maybe.
Meh. All right, great.
Depends.
Right, well,
Get this
there's currently...
video to 100,000 views. Find
and
out.
then I'll smile. Get this video to 100,000 views and then I might crack a smile. Yeah, so thank you very much for listening, everybody. I hope that you just like learned a little bit more maybe about me. This was just like a filler one, really, because I happened to be home. I had something else planned for this episode, but I happened to be home here with my sister, so I thought, why not just have a jolly good chat? And that's kind of what we did.
Like, subscribe, and comment for more.
Ew.
Turn on post notifications so you get notified every time I post a
Disgusting.
new video.
Yeah, right. Get ready for my transformation into Addison Rae, guys, because it's happening soon. But yeah, one more. Spider! I knew it would work. She just stormed off. Oh, that was brilliant, guys. Thank you for listening. Thank you. I love that. I literally said that would work, and it bloody well worked. Yeah. So thank you for listening, everybody. I hope you had a lovely time. I did, and I hope that you enjoyed getting to know a little bit more about my sister, even though she didn't fucking say anything, so you probably didn't learn anything. And now I'm here by myself, so I can be honest. She did not speak at all, but that's fine. I'll get over it. I'll edit in some cool sound effects to make her seem more fun and exciting. No, I won't really. She's lovely, but yeah. So thank you, everybody, for listening, and I'll see you on the next one. Fingers crossed I'm back in London, feeling health is wealth, feeling better, loving it, living it large. Do you know what I mean? And if not, then I'll probably just film another random episode of the podcast here. But fingers crossed it's not, and I hope that you all have a lovely day. Hope you all enjoyed this episode. Thank you so much for listening. Please, like I said, go and rate my podcast on Apple Podcasts, and on Spotify you can do it somehow, because that would be really lovely, because that gets me more like notice and stuff. So yeah, thank you very much. Oh, Martha's back. Martha, just shout goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Thanks for coming on, Martha. Love you.
Toodles.
Bye. Right, thank you for listening, everybody, and have a lovely, lovely day.
On all socials.
Do not follow her, guys. Goodbye, everybody. I guess I'm dancing by myself out on this one. I've got my juice box. I'm having a great time. Do you know what? Baleg day. Baleg day. What a mess. What a mess.